Finally, we have got the much awaited Bianco Canopus Lamborghini Aventador SVJ Roadster by Mini GT. They had teased this a long time ago, and ever since everyone was super excited about this, and finally it has come with the great Lamborghini branding and that beautiful hologram. So Mini GT boxing, it's pretty much what it is always like. And let's just get down straight to the unboxing, because this is a very beautiful car. And wow, I mean, the moment you take it out of the box, it just hits you different, because first of all, that color, it is so beautiful. And the way the SVJ has been actually replicated, the way it looks like in the real car, now that is just something which is very unique. The blister is a very snug fit, and need to slowly slide the car out, because what happens is that these cars, they have got that spoiler and the bumper, which is stuck inside the blister for enhanced protection. So you can't just pick them up like this, you need to slide them out like this and then lift them up. So yeah, that's a very cool feature of Mini GT boxes. Talking about the detailing, I think probably we should start from the underbelly, and I think Mini GT has actually gone a few steps backwards, because initially I saw that they were trying to make some underbody detailings, but now they've just simply stopped trying. They think they've realized that it's time to stick to the top itself. But this is a metal base, I mean, zero details, so it might look like plastic, but if you touch it, it feels super cold, because the metal conducts all the heat. So yeah, it's a metal base, and the tires are obviously rubber and they roll very freely. We come on to the front, and the front, the best part about the Aventadors ever since Mini GT has started making them has got to be the headlights are just amazing. The detailing is on another level. Same goes for the logo looks so good. The headlights also, they look amazing. And then we come on to the sides. In the sides, all the necessary details, they have been very well replicated. For example, obviously the most important thing in an SVJ would be that logo. So when you look at that logo, it feels accurate, it does not feel like it's lacking something. Same goes for the flag, the flag on the side in those vents, the classic vents. So above them, then even that small branding, when I zoom in, you can actually read it very clearly that it's Aventador SVJ written. So let's not forget that, this is a car of this size, it fits in our fingers, it's as big as a couple of fingernails. So I mean, the detailing overall is very nice. And the mirrors, the side mirrors, they are again that flexible material, because they know that we can break them very easily. The windscreen is nice, and it is not disproportionate like we get to see in some cars of this size, especially roadsters. So yeah, I mean that windscreen, it has got the perfect slope and it's very well replicated. The interiors are not exactly detailed, but yes, at least the dash, you can see that it is of the Aventador, because it's got that sloping thing, sloping dials, what you can see. Then we come on to the top, the engine bay, it has got a cover on top, and here again you can see the paint finish, it is of excellent quality. You can feel the way the pearly finish comes out. And lastly, we come on to the rear, and I mean this wing, this wing, the it's just so perfect, you can't really complain much about it. It's just very well made, it's perfectly replicated, the classic SVJ wing. And then, we come on to the logo is very well done, the exhausts are well done. In fact, in this, if you notice closely, you can even see that the tail lamps have got the uh, classic texture of the Aventador tail lamps. So overall, Let's just quickly see this car along with its coupe version which had come out initially. Okay, yeah, so well, that's the original version in Rosso Mas which had come out a few days ago. And instantly, the first thing that strikes you is that one thing that the Roadster does really well is that SVJ branding at the back. The coupe misses out on it, the SVJ misses out on it, and the Roadster has got that branding. So yes, it does feel a lot more premium. And that paint finish also, I mean, if you like red Lamborghinis, then this one's definitely for you. But I don't know, I mean, it's a very unique color. Maybe a SV would have looked better in this color. So there are a few differences because of which the Roadster has been more popular than the actual SVJ. But yeah, I mean, this is a side by side comparison so that you can just see. And if till now you have not got any of them, you can just pick one. So I mean, the detailing, overall detailing, obviously you've got the same headlamps, you've got the same tail lamps. The wing is also the classic same one. But if you look at it from the sides, for example, this one does not have the branding. It hasn't got SVJ written on it, so I think it just takes away a little bit of the charm that it's a SVJ. And then the engine cover and everything is pretty much similar. Even the rear detailing, the spoilers and everything are on point. So that is one major difference which I could spot and at the spur of the moment. And overall, I think both of them are great looking cars, and they make a great pair if you look at it like this. So, I mean, if you want to get both of them like me, then that will be a great option because they do look good together. But I'm sure Mini GT will be making many, many, many more of these in many different colors and editions. And maybe we can see a SVJ 63 coming very soon. So, yeah, if you collect variations, you can go for these, or maybe you can wait for, something that is even better. Or present day, maybe you can choose the SVJ. If you like roadsters, you can choose the white one. So that's about it. That's a small comparison and review of the SVJ Roadster, which is the new one from Mini GT. Let me know what you guys think about it. And let me know if I have missed out on any detail which you have spotted. So that will be nice to know.